Hey guys, welcome to Yoga with Ashton. For today's practice, you'll need one block at the front of your mat. Let's get started in a cross-legged seat on your mat for a brief meditation. Close your eyes, straighten your spine, shoulders back, and begin to even out your breathing. Sink into your body and deepen your breath. Take some deep inhales and exhales. Gently drop your chin to your chest and begin doing some neck circles. Now switch directions. Place your right hand on your head by your left ear and gently bring your left ear to meet your shoulder. Now do the other side. Move to plank position, then push back to a downward facing dog. Slowly roll forward to plank, trying to move into each part of your spine. Repeat that 3 more times. From downward dog, lift your right leg up and bring it forward to the front of the mat for warrior 1. Arms up by your ears, gazes forward. Now move into warrior 2, both arms extended out, gazing forward. With a slight bend in your front knee, push up off the back foot and move into warrior 3. Slowly and softly drop the left foot back on the mat for crescent lunge, rising up with your arms up by your ears. Hands down to the front of the mat and step back into plank pose. Lower down into chaturanga, press up into cobra, then cobra to the left, and cobra to the right, and then press back into down dog. From down dog, lift your left leg up and forward to the front of the mat for warrior 1. Gazing forward, arms up by your ears. Move into warrior 2, both arms extended out, gazing forward. With a slight bend in your front knee, push up off the back foot and move into warrior 3. Slowly and softly drop the left foot back onto the mat for crescent lunge, rising up with your arms by your ears. Hands down to the front of the mat and step back into plank. Lowering down into chaturanga, pressing up into cobra. Same as last time, cobra to the left, cobra to the right, and then press up into downward facing dog. From down dog, raise the left leg up and forward to the front of the mat for warrior 1. From here, get your block ready about 8 to 10 inches from your foot for half moon. Place your right hand on the block, on whatever height works for you. Slightly bend your knee and push up, pretending that your body is being smushed between 2 panes of glass so you can stay straight. Lower the left foot back to the mat and rise up into crescent lunge. It's okay if you lose your balance like me. Just get back into the position and try again. Step back into plank, lower down into chaturanga, rise up into cobra, cobra to the left, cobra to the right, and then push back into downward facing dog. From down dog, raise the left leg up and forward to the front of the mat for warrior one. Have your block ready by your foot. Lean forward, placing your left hand on the block, slightly bending your knee and pushing up into half moon. Lower the foot back to the mat and rise up into crescent lunge. Step back into plank, lower down into chaturanga, rising up into cobra, cobra to the left, cobra to the right, and back into downward facing dog. Step to the front of your mat, feet about mat's width apart or farther if needed for yogi squat. With your hands at your heart, slowly lower down into a squat position, and then slowly rise back up. Repeat that 2 more times. Now let's move into a goddess pose. Pivot and move to the long side of your mat and lower down into goddess. With your hands at your heart, slowly pulse up and down a few times. Then lift the right heel up, now the left heel, then the right heel, and then the left, and now both. Alright, awesome. So now we'll pivot to the front of your mat for tree pose. Bring your right leg up and place the sole of your foot on your ankle, calf, or thigh, just remembering to avoid the knee. You can keep your hands at your heart or grow your tree if you have the balance. Bring your right shin towards the front of the mat and slowly bring the right leg back for warrior 3. Bring the right leg forward again and place it on your left knee, sitting back for funky chair. Stand up and place the right foot on the mat. Now put the weight in your right foot and bring your left leg up and place the sole of your foot onto your ankle, calf, or thigh, avoiding the knee. Keep your hands at your heart or grow your tree if you feel like you have the balance. Bring your left shin to the front of the mat and slowly bring the left leg back for warrior 3. Bring the left leg forward again and place it on your right knee, sitting back for funky chair. Stand up and place the left foot on the mat and fold forward. From here, step back into plank and lower down to the mat for locust pose. Keeping your neck straight, raise your chest and your legs at the same time. You can keep your arms by your sides or extend them out in front of you. Lower down to the mat, and then rise up again. Lower down to the mat, and one final time, rise up, and lower down. All right, awesome job, guys. Push back into child's pose and take a breath. Grab your block again and lower down on your back for a supported bridge pose. Place the block underneath your sacrum, extending the legs out if you'd like an extra stretch in your back. Start to walk your feet back in and push up slightly so you can remove the block from underneath you. Now for our final pose of the practice, let's move into Shavasana. Hands and feet on the edges of the mat, eyes closed, body relaxed. Reconnect with your breathing, even inhales and exhales. Begin to bring some movement back into your body, wiggling your fingers and toes, shaking your head from side to side. Slowly sit up and get started with your day. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you've enjoyed this practice, please like this video and subscribe to my channel for new yoga videos every week. See you next time. Namaste.